single dad janitor solved a $100 million crisis in seconds. The CEO's reaction left everyone speechless in the middle of a high-stakes meeting. Chaos erupted inside one of the world's biggest tech companies. Alarms blared, systems crashed, and every executive panicked. Millions of dollars were vanishing by the second. Subscribe my channel's Kindness and Emption 12. Michael Harris worked the night shift as a janitor at Janitor Innovations, one of the world's leading tech firms. Every night, while mopping the glossy floors and emptying trash bins, he'd pass by walls filled with awards, patents, and smiling executives, people who had everything he once dreamed of years ago. Michael was a gifted software engineer. He helped design encryption systems for financial institutions. But when his wife passed away suddenly, everything changed. His 6-year-old daughter, Lily, became his world. With no one to care for her during long coding hours, he gave up his job and took a low-paying janitorial position that allowed him to work nights and be there for her during the day. Still, Michael never stopped learning. Every break he got, he sat in the staff lounge reading coding journals or scribbling equations on napkins. Some engineers joked about the nerd janitor, but he didn't mind. His focus was Lily and his quiet passion for problem-solving. Then one morning, everything changed. As the sun rose, executives filled the conference room for a major product launch. A new security system worth $100 million in contracts. But right before the demo, the system failed. Every server froze. Every backup crashed. The engineers scrambled and the CEO's face turned pale. Michael stood in the hallway, mop in hand, watching chaos unfold. He hesitated, then walked in. "Excuse me," he said softly. "I might know what's wrong." Everyone turned. The CEO glared. "This is a secure meeting, janitor," he snapped. But desperation made him pause. "Fine," he said. "You've got 1 minute." Michael sat at the terminal. His hands trembled slightly, not from fear, but from memory. He recognized the system architecture instantly. It was a model he'd once helped design for another company. Within seconds, he spotted the issue, a recursive loop caused by a recent update. He began typing, calm, confident, precise. His fingers danced across the keyboard while the room held its breath. Engineers watched in stunned silence. "You're bypassing the core protocol," one whispered. Michael didn't answer. He executed a custom script, patched the loop, and rebooted the server cluster. Beep, beep. Green lights flickered on every screen. The system stabilized. Millions in transactions resumed. The crisis over, everyone gasped. The CEO's jaw dropped. "Who are you?" he whispered. Michael smiled faintly. "Just the janitor," he said, standing up. The engineers rushed forward, checking logs in disbelief. One senior developer muttered, "That fix, it was genius. Took us weeks to even find the source." Michael quietly picked up his mop and turned to leave. But as he reached the door, the CEO called out, "Wait, don't go." He walked over, eyes wide with realization. "You just saved us from losing everything," he said. "And you did it faster than my entire tech department." Later that afternoon, Michael was called into the CEO's office. He assumed he was in trouble, maybe for touching company property. Instead, he found the CEO standing by the window, holding a folder. "I ran your employee file." The CEO began. "You never told us you were a senior engineer." Michael shrugged. "Didn't seem important. I just needed a job that let me take care of my daughter." The CEO smiled. "Well, it's important now." He turned the folder around. "An employment offer. Head of System Security. 6 figures. Flexible hours. And full tuition coverage for your daughter." Michael's eyes widened. "Sir, you earned this," the CEO said. "You reminded everyone in this building what true talent looks like, not in titles, but in heart." Tears filled Michael's eyes. For years, he'd been invisible, just a man with a mop. Now, he was finally being seen for his worth. That night, when Lily asked why he was smiling, Michael hugged her and whispered, "Because kindness, patience, and hard work, they always come back." If this story touched your heart, share it to remind others that no job defines a person's worth, and that hidden heroes walk among us every day. Subscribe for more inspiring stories of kindness, courage, and second chances. The CEO screamed for the IT team, but no one could fix the system. Then, quietly, a janitor sweeping the corner raised his hand and said, "I think I can help." Everyone laughed until he sat down, typed a few lines, and brought the entire system back online in less than 60 seconds. What no one knew was that this janitor wasn't just a cleaner. He was a former software engineer who gave up his career to raise his daughter alone. And that day, his act didn't just save a company, it changed his life forever.